Hello, everybody. This is Marie Gervais here, and I just wanted to talk to you about our monthly featured videos. And this month we are featuring finding work in Canada, just some specific videos that can help people to find work when they are not knowing where to start. So I'm going to show a few of those videos, but before I do that, I just want to remind people about using the site, because if you don't log into the site regularly and check out the videos, you will forget about them, and then you'll come back and go, oh, I wish I would have had something, and the resources were right there. So think about checking in on the videos regularly, and the reason we do these monthly sessions is to remind people that there are videos there in different themes. They're all short, and you can use them with clients and with students, but if you don't get in the habit of doing it, then you will forget that you've got that resource. So another thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to just share my screen to show you this right away, is that there is a comment section. And this comment section would be very useful if people started to participate in it. So there is every month I put up a new question, and one of the question for October is staying on top of job find changes and using online resources in ways that work for job seekers is not easy. What are you doing to stay current, or do you have people you can confidently point job seekers to for advice? That's a great question that if a lot of people answered it, we could all learn from. So I'm hoping that you will start posting, because we have only had this up for a couple of months and people are not yet in the hang of using it, but I'm just going to make sure that you're thinking about this now and that you post to the comments, because every time you put something in here, it goes out to everybody that's a subscriber, and we do have a number of subscribers now. We're up to about 50, hoping to bring that up much more, but those subscribers then will get to see your post and we can learn from each other, so it becomes a community platform. The other thing I want to point out to you is that there is a section where we're putting all of these videos that are about a series of videos. So there was one about small talk, initiative, and feedback, and there was one about cross-cultural miscommunications. And so if you take a look at those, they're not very long. They're just maybe 20 minutes long, and they will give you an overview of the videos so you know what to look for, and helps you to make choices about what you're looking for when you have a specific need that you need a video for. So if you go then to the video categories, remember that all of the Section A videos are videos that are translated with subtitles, and so you can see them. They're 3 to 5 minutes long, and they all have subtitles on them in 5 different languages, so you can use them that way, or you can use them in English. And all of the Section B videos are specific job search questions that newcomers to Canada have, and that even if you are not teaching employment, people will be interested in discussing once they've seen it. There are also webinar recordings in Section C about finding and keeping work. And then the bonus section is where we put these videos that I mentioned to you that are the monthly featured videos. So please take advantage of this resource and make sure that you're using it regularly. Now back to the session that we are going to be talking about today. And I wanted to say we'll be looking at 3 different videos. The first one is called finding work in Canada. So it's on looking where to look online, because people don't always know where to look, and they do things where they just sort of post randomly all over the place and wonder if they're going to get results. So that is one thing to consider. There are many ways to search for work, but this particular way of looking online, people can get results if they're more targeted. The other one that we're going to look at is how to use the Canadian National Occupational Classification Index to find work, to make sure that you are looking for work in the right categories, and to find employers who are hiring that you might be able to approach just on your own and see if you can get them to consider hiring you because you see that they are posting regularly for jobs. And the final one I wanted to show you today is going to be about how to stay motivated and encouraged during your job search, because that can be the most difficult thing. It is full-time hard work with very few rewards when you are looking for work. And so you need to have some kind of a plan that can help you to get past the discouragement of looking for work. And this video has about 10 minutes in it of explanation of how to do that. So now I'm going to get straight to the videos and show you those videos. So we'll move into a new share and see if we can optimize for full screen. So let me see if I can get this, stop the share and get a new share. This is the first one that I wanted to show you. And it's called Accessing the Working in Canada site. Oh, sorry, that's not the one I wanted to show, but we can look at it anyway first, and I'll show you the other one next.
Not sure what jobs you might qualify for? The Working in Canada site is a good place to start. Let's say you're looking for a position in management. Highlight all the management skill boxes and the analysis skill boxes. Then click on View Results. Now you can see the occupation, required skills, and required knowledge for several fields that match your management skills. Not interested in management? Well, let's try something else. Let's say you want an electrical engineering job in Edmonton. Go back to the Working in Canada page you started with. Then click on Occupation. Type in electrical engineering and Edmonton. Now you can see the wages, outlook, job requirements, and job postings currently available. The Working in Canada site is a great place to start your job search or to look for a new job. Now it's your turn. But remember to come back to this module for more tips.
So that was the first one. You can see it's very short, and after you've shown it to people, then you might want to you might want to then go and explain it to them and work with them a little bit on it so that they have an idea of how to use it. So now we're going to look at another one. And this one will be here. We can get it to work. There we go. Now let's look for the share. All right, so this one is about how to search for jobs online, which people are already doing for the most part, but they aren't doing it effectively. So let's give it a try.
Welcome to this video tutorial on conducting online job searches. Job searches are so much easier with all the online tools, job sites, and resources available. But how do you get results from your online searches? In this virtual field trip, we are going to provide you with a few tips about how to do just that. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Using job sites such as Indeed, Monster, and Workopolis. Most of these job sites allow you to post your resume, so make use of that and keep your resume current. You can also set up alerts on some of these sites or use their recommendation feature. Use the advanced search feature to try different combinations of searches. When you apply for a position using the job search site, make sure you add a personal cover letter that shows you know something about the position and company you are applying to. Don't send a blank email with a copy of your resume. Tip number 2. Using a search engine such as Google. Make sure you know how to use the advanced search features such as Boolean search to add or subtract a search phrase. For example, if you want to search for a computer programmer job that also does project management, you can put in computer programmer plus project management as a search phrase. This will get better results. Tip number 3. Finding your industry websites. Refine your search even more by visiting your industry's national or regional website, where you can find jobs in your field that might not appear on a national job board. Tip number 4. Narrowing your search by company. Find a company you want to work for and target that company, and then contact the hiring manager, usually the HR manager or recruitment manager. Many employer career pages invite visitors to fill out candidate profiles describing their background, jobs of interest, salary requirements, and other preferences. Make sure to set up for email updates. Tip number 5. Use LinkedIn to find and apply for job postings. This is explained in another section of this module. Tip number 6. Getting from online to a real person. From company websites, look for ways to connect personally with someone at the company through email. If the email you need is not on the website, one way to find this out is to call the company's general contact phone number and ask, "I'm trying to connect with your HR department. May I have the name and email contact of your HR manager or recruiter?" Then send a respectful email with your resume to someone in HR and a key company decision maker, such as a vice president or head of department. In your email cover letter, explain what interests you about the company and ask for a tour or meeting to get to know the company better. That is more likely to get you a response than asking for a job. Hope you're getting some good ideas for how to narrow down your search more effectively. Remember, the more you look, the better your personal skills will become. Happy job hunting!
So those two are just general but helpful things to get people started with their job searches online. And there are more in this section, Finding and Keeping Work in Canada. You can find some more specific things about LinkedIn and about Twitter. And then we're adding some updated ones. So as things become new and there are new things happening, we're going to add a few more videos here and there as we go along. So if you want to stay current, it's a good idea to keep watching the site to see what else is there. So now I'm going to show you one final video today, and that's the last one I want to share with you, and we'll only look at a little piece of it so you can go back and look at the rest later. And this one is from the Ask Marie section, which is questions that people ask me all the time. So I'm going to show you what that is like, and we'll just take a peek. So in this one, we are looking at the video number 2, which is called How to Stay Motivated During Your Job Search. And let's just make sure this is optimized. Yes, it is.
Hi everyone, Marie Gervais here with Shift Management. And today the topic that I wanted to help out with is how to stay motivated and encouraged when you're looking for work. That is something that a lot of people are going through right now, and they need some help because, of course, it can be discouraging and it can take a while before you find the job that you're looking for. So what usually happens is people start applying for jobs, they send a whole bunch of their resumes online, and then nothing happens, and then they panic and they just keep doing it over and over again, the same thing, and they're very frustrated with not getting results. So here's what you can do to parcel up your job search and make sure that it is more effective and that you aren't going crazy in the process. So basically, you need to plan better. And planning involves doing 4 different things. Putting your job search into daily tasks and weekly tasks, exercising, socializing, and networking. So exercising is really important because when people don't exercise, they start to lose their motivation and they get depressed, and you do not want that to happen. So I suggest going for a walk at the very least, and if you can, do regular exercise every day, because that is going to help you feel encouraged, motivated, and pepped. And plus, you're probably going to get more fit and stay in shape, so it's all good. When you go for your job interviews, you're going to look good and fresh and happy. So that's what you want. So exercise is important. But in addition to exercise, you also want to make sure that you're socializing with people and that you're networking. And I'm going to talk about how you plan all this stuff into your day and into your week so that it feels more like a regular job. Because that's the other problem with job searching, is you feel like you're sort of without a routine. If you set it up like it's a routine, then it's going to be good for you. All right, so when you're planning, you divide up your planning into daily tasks and into weekly tasks and then into staying hopeful tasks. So the daily tasks should start out with you looking online for things. I know that in a lot of other posts, what I've said is that you should try as much as you can to connect with real people first. But today I'm going to, if you're doing regular ongoing job searching, it's very helpful
to still stay current with what's happening online. Because
so that's all I'm going to that's all I'm going to show you from that video, but there is lots more in it, which is very helpful and helps make sure that people know how to plan out their day and their week so that they don't feel overwhelmed and discouraged. And this can be really helpful because you may be searching for jobs for 3 months or longer. And when you're in that position, you need to have a plan because otherwise it just gets too discouraging. So I hope that those 3 videos give you an idea of what's available for helping people to find work when they're looking for it online and how to stay focused while they're doing the online searches. And I look forward to hearing your responses to the question of the month. And the question of the month is, again, what have you found that's useful in helping people to find work? And what kinds of online tools have you found helpful for them? So we can share that and make sure we have a healthy, developing community of practice that's there to assist newcomers with finding work in their field. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be talking to you again next month, last Friday of the month, and the theme will be on interviews. And I have some new information about interviews that I'm going to share with you at that time, so make sure you tune in.